Welcome to the He's Got Issues Independent Comics Edition number 174.3. I'm John Cooney here to preview new independent comics being released May 13th, 2015, beginning alphabetically with Boom Studios and Adventure Time Marceline Gone Adrift number 5 of 6. As Marceline and Princess Bubblegum try to get back to Ooh, Finn has to figure out how to deal with the Suspenser when he can't get close to him. Meanwhile, Cinnamon Bun is taking advantage of his new abilities to the extreme. Next, we have Bill and Ted's Most Triumphant Return, number 3 of 6. As Bill and Ted bring popularity and happiness to the childhood of their future oh-so-evil arch-nemesis, Dr. Namalis, they may have accidentally changed more than just his taste in music. With the looming threat of an altered timeline ahead of them, it will take more than the intervention of Rufus and the Grim Reaper to bring excellence back to the universe. Featuring a prehistoric time-romping backup story by Adam P. Nave and DJ Kirkbride and Wook Jin Clark. We've also got Bravest Warriors number 32. Bugcat's evil plan comes to fruition as he transforms into a monstrous beast to stop the Bravest Warriors and ruin summer camp forever. The Bravest Warriors are going to have to team up with the campers to defeat Bugcat, but do these kids have what it takes? Next we have Deep State number 6. Harrow and Branch come face to face with the most notorious and completely unknown killer in U.S. history when Control informs them that they not only know who killed John F. Kennedy, but that the assassin is still alive. We've also got Escape from New York number 6. As clashing forces fight for control over the Trans-Siberian Railway, Snake learns things have not changed much since his first time as a soldier. With the ever-watching eye of a masked stranger upon him, Snake will discover that the past is never too far behind him. Next we have Giant Days number 3 of 6. Following a night of mild abandon, Esther finds herself singled out by the vile collegiate man-site Ladzone. When the university authorities are less than helpful, she vows to take down this cyber institution. We've also got Lantern City number 1 of 12. Santa Jove just wants to keep his wife and son safe. Living in the brutalized lower class of Lantern City means living in near constant darkness, the enormous walls of the city always looming overhead, while the upper class enjoy the elevated interconnected towers and airships above. When Sander's brother-in-law, the persuasive activist Kendall, convinces him to infiltrate the brutal ranks of the Guard, he's set on a dangerous path that will test his abilities and beliefs, all in the name of making a difference for his family and his cast. Next we have Mouse Guard Legends of Guard Volume 3, number 3 of 4. The mice of the June Alley Inn continue to tell their stories in an attempt to clear their tabs, featuring inventive mice, haunting cicadas, and other stories from Ramon K. Perez, Jake Parker, and Eric Talbot. And we've got Robocop number 11. The final battle for Detroit rages on the steps of OCP headquarters. Death on all sides grows in numbers every second. With Killian making his way to the old man, Lewis and Robocop must come together one last time to see this war to its end. From Dark Horse Comics, we've got Abe Sapien number 23. Hellboy and Abe Sapien search for the infamous lake monster Ogopogo in British Columbia as Kevin Nolan rejoins the Mignolaverse. Next we have Harrow County number 1. Emmy always knew that the deep dark woods surrounding her home crawled with ghosts, goblins, and zombies, but on the eve of her 18th birthday she learns that she is connected to those creatures and to the land itself in a way she never imagined. Don't miss the first issue of this Southern Gothic fairy tale from the creator of smash hit The Sixth Gun, beautifully and hauntingly realized by BPRD's Tyler Crook. We've also got Itty Bitty Comics Grimmiss Island number 3 of 4. Grimmiss's old pals, the Grim Reaper and BL Bubba Crisp, are coming to visit the island. The boys are excited to see what Grimmiss has been up to, but time may be running out for the little skullhead. Next we have Lady Killer number 5 of 5. Josie closes in on the truth behind who really wants to end her life as a cheerful housewife, mother, and ruthlessly skilled assassin. Who's really behind the hit, and are they closer to home than she'd like? And we've got Rebels number 2. When Seth Abbott patrols the New England forest with his militia, his new bride Mercy holds down the home front. But whatever honeymoon period the growing American Revolution affords them is cut short when Seth and Ezekiel go on a daring nighttime raid determined to deny the British access down the Hudson River. From Dynamite Entertainment, we have Battlestar Galactica Death of Apollo number 6 of 6. Starbuck and Athena have refused to accept that Apollo is gone, and their unsanctioned mission to prove that he survived has led to catastrophic consequences for the fleet. After years of silence, the Cylons have found humanity again and are closing in greater numbers than ever before to complete the extinction of mankind. Next we have Jim Butcher's The Dresden Files Downtown number 4 of 6. Harry, Molly, and Mouse have embarked on a journey into the darkest recesses of the supernatural, the subterranean realm known as Undertown. At the end of their path lies the evil power behind the creature that's murdered 2 innocent people. Finding and defeating that being will be hard enough, and it'll be even harder with an uninvited ally along for the ride. We've also got Legendary Green Hornet number 4 of 5. Green Hornet and Kato team up with Brass Hornet to track down Lydia Valcala, but it's 5 miles to Breed Tower, and they're on foot, it's dark, and they're wearing goggles. Oh, and every gang in the city is trying to kill them. Next we have Looking for Group number 2. Our heroes continue on the path to Cathanesia, but little do they know it will soon lead to the introduction of a major LFG player. While attempting to find and subdue the mysterious entity known as the Shriek, Richard unwittingly stumbles into the meaning of life. Kale finds himself thrust into a war between the Vuli and Elvish nations of Gamlon, and we witness the birth of the greatest battle cry ever. It's an action-packed issue that opens doors to the greater world of Looking for Group. We've also got Pathfinder Origins number 4 of 6. In the sadistic land of Nidal, the god of torture reigns and terror is a way of life. When the martial artist Sajin tracks his lost sister to the manor of a twisted noble, he has no choice but to break in, and who better to help him than the convicted burglar Maricel. Together the two enter the House of Horrors, only to discover that getting in is easy, it's getting out again that's the problem. Pathfinder co-creator James L. Sutter and artist Leandro Oliveira team up to delve into the depths of depravity in a bold new horror fantasy tale. Contains pull-out poster map and official Pathfinder RPG bonus encounter. Next we have Project Superpowers Blackcross number 3 of 6. Rob Benton is in a hospital and a secret is about to be revealed, but there's another secret that he doesn't even know he has, and now Marietta Chesler, possessed by the spirit of something from the other side, is coming to tear it out of him. Across town, Jeff DeMont has quietly returned from Tibet, even as the American Spirit is circling Blackcross like a raptor. When Bart Hill, head of the American Spirit case, finds out, he might not think it's a coincidence, but something else is already stalking Bart. We've also got Reanimator number 2 of 4, Mad Science vs. Black Magic. Dr. Herbert West descends into the dark, gator-infested Louisiana bayou to harvest a special chemical that preserves dead tissue, but the macabre Haitian hitman Samedi and his brainwashed voodoo girls aren't far behind. When 2 zombie masters come face to face, an undead rampage is inevitable. Meanwhile, Susan Green uncovers the Reanimator's shocking secret, and the Eldritch crew, servants to the Elder Gods Cthulhu, make their move. And we've got Solar Man of the Atom number 12, final issue. Erica, the Woman of the Atom versus a real-life no-kidding supervillain. Somebody, hopefully, will survive, because whoever wields the solar power after the battle is key to what comes next. From IDW Publishing, we've got Dave number 4, Hell on Earth. The invasion takes a violent turn and the robots begin to fall, causing Dave to reveal a radical plan that could change the entire robot world forever. Next we have G.I. Joe Snake Eyes Agent of Cobra number 5 of 5. Snake Eyes faces down Storm Shadow and must choose between G.I. Joe and Cobra before they both turn against the Ninja Commando. We've also got Joe Frankenstein number 3 of 4. Joe and the monster head for their windmill hideout on the coast of Long Island, where they are besieged by Lord Golgotha and an army of the undead. Next we have Judge Dredd Classics, The Dark Judges number 5 of 5. Classic tales of Judge Death and his brothers Fear, Fire, and Mortis come to life in this remastered and colorized series. We've also got Max Maximized number 19. Julie rides the porcelain bus and has disturbing memories of Mr. Collins colluding with her parents during her childhood, which helps her piece together the mystery of Max in the Outback. Next we have Miami Vice Remix number 3 of 5. The new street drug that's zombified the citizens of Miami is pushing the Miami PD to its limits. Crockett and Tubbs may be the city's only hope, but the past comes back to haunt them and demand payment in blood. We've also got My Little Pony Friends Forever number 16. When Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon see those obnoxious blank flanks, the Cutie Mark Crusaders, threaten to win a school contest, they decide to go all out to make sure the best ponies win, being themselves of course. Next we have Star Trek number 45, Eurydice Part 3 of 3. Trapped deep in the Delta Quadrant, Captain Kirk and the crew of the Enterprise fight for their lives to escape the clutches of the Dark Market Syndicate. Don't miss this all-new adventure produced in association with Star Trek writer-producer Roberto Orci. We've also got Star Trek New Visions Volume 6 Resistance. One word, Borg. Attempts to resist this original series era photoplay are futile. Next, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Color Classics Volume 3, Number 5. The TMNT Color Classics line continues. In City at War Part 3, the TMNT have been reduced to playing street vigilantes as a full-scale war is brewing in the criminal underworld. Will they be ready when the Foot Clan finally launch their attack? Originally printed as Mirage TMNT Number 52, Volume 1. We've also got Uncle Scrooge Number 2, Shiver Me Timbers. Hunting the haunted Caribbean treasure, Scrooge is guided by 3 ghost pirates' disembodied hand, foot, and eyeball. And we've got Zombies vs. Robots Number 5. In Inherit the Earth, an attack on the Amazon island expands the war beyond zombies and robots, with 2 planets at stake. And in The Orphan, a new friendship is torn asunder. From Image Comics, we've got Birthright Number 7. The brothers will need all the survival skills Mikey learned in Tyrannos to stay alive in the wilderness. What has followed them there? Next, we have Black Science Number 14. As the Dimensionauts struggle to save a helpless reality from the chaos the Pillar has wrought, their newfound heroics are threatened by one of their own. Is Kadir up to his malicious old ways again? We've also got Cal Number 10. After weeks of vicious attacks by Camden Stone and Jeffrey Warner's villains, Cal finally has a new contract with the city. Now will Jeffrey be able to rein in the fabricated villains? Plus, Detective Evelyn Thompson confronts John Pierce's killer. Next, we have Chrononauts Number 3. From ancient Rome to the Roaring Twenties to the 1980s music scene, Corbin and Danny, the world's first time travelers, continue to wreak havoc in the time stream and get into more hijinks with some of history's most notorious figures, and it's all happening while the world and their bosses are watching. We've also got Copperhead Number 7. Sheriff Clara Bronson goes on a date with handsome schoolteacher Thaddeus Lucan, unaware that a gang of vicious outlaws are heading straight for Copperhead. Next, we have East of West Number 19. The Dead Wood. The son of Death, Babylon, learns the true value of his life and decides the fate of the world in the mysterious place called the Deadwood. The Apocalypse Year 2 continues in East of West Number 19. We've also got 5 Ghosts Special Number 1. Explore the mythology of 5 ghosts with a beautiful painted story from S.M. Viduri, featuring knights, demons, wizards, and the Dreamstone. And in a special backup story, Frank J. Barbieri presents Fabian in one of the most exciting literary heists ever. Next, we have Injection Number 1. Once upon a time, there were 5 crazy people and they poisoned the 21st century. Now they have to deal with the corrosion and try to save us all from the world becoming too weird to support human life. Injection is the new ongoing series created by the acclaimed creative team of Moon Knight. It is science fiction, tales of horror, strange crime fiction, techno-thriller, and ghost story all at the same time. A serialized sequence of graphic novels about how loud and strange the world is getting, about the wild future and the haunted past all crashing into the present day at once, and about 5 eccentric geniuses dealing with the paranormal and numinous as well as the growing weight of what they did to the planet with the injection. We've also got Mantle Number 1. Robbie never asked for any of this. While drunkenly walking home from a punk show, he's hit with lightning and wakes to find he's been chosen as the new host for the Mantle, a power set of unimaginable scope. Despite his lack of interest, he's forced into action. The Plague, a being who has spent 50 years killing every previous host of the Mantle, is already coming for him. Next, we have Mythic Number 1. Science is a lie, an opiate for the masses. The truth is, magic makes the world go round, and when the magic breaks, Mythic fixes it. Apache Shaman Watterson, Greek Immortal Cassandra, and cell phone salesman Nate Jayadharma are the crack field team assigned to keeping the gears of the supernatural world turning, and more importantly, keeping you from ever knowing about it. Join Eisner nominee Phil Hester and Eisner winner John McCrae on their latest expedition to the dark heart of weird comics. We've also got Odyssey Number 5. A near mutiny threatens the Odyssey just as home finally seems within its reach. Next, we have Reign Number 5. On the run from Ben, Reign and Seth delve deeper into the enemy stronghold and make a shocking discovery. We've also got Run, Love, Kill Number 2. The hunt is on. Reign's past and present collide as the Origami, a military force tasked to capture her, begins to tighten their circle. Janice enters and offers a final chance of reprieve. And finally, Dinosaurs. Next, we have Saga Number 28. Alana Acts. We've also got Savior Number 2. A tragic airline crash has killed hundreds. Why? and because of the massive catastrophe, a small town braces itself for the onslaught of news media invading their city. But the biggest mystery may be the man who randomly walked out of the cornfields following the crash. Who is he? Where did he come from? And why can't he remember if he was a passenger on that fatal plane? The second issue is fully painted by artist Clayton Crane. Next we have Southern Cross number 3. The Southern Cross begins to give up its secrets, and Braith finds that the more that she learns about her sister's death, the less she actually knows her. And we've got The Walking Dead number 41, Opportunity. From Valiant Entertainment, we've got Imperium number 4. The greatest villain in the Valiant universe wages war to create utopia. New York Times bestselling writer Joshua Dysart and superstar artist Doug Braithwaite continue the unprecedented comic story of a madman determined to save the world at any cost. Toyo Harada is assembling a legion of living weapons, and the last greatest gambit he needs is deep within the clutches of his most powerful opponents. To secure the human asset critical to his plan, Harada gambles everything he has in an all-out battle to win everything he desires. Next we have Unity number 18. The Truth is Declassified. Discover what top-secret mission very nearly broke Unity and brought its heroes to the brink and beyond. And has Major Palmer, the veteran field commander of Hardcore, come to lead Unity to a new day, or infiltrate it and bring it down? And we've got Exo Manowar number 36. Dead Hand descends on Exo Manowar. He may wield the universe's most powerful weapon, but not even Exo Manowar is enough to combat the unstoppable Doomsday Protocol called Dead Hand. To defeat this mighty army, Eric will need some might of his own, and an unlikely ally might be the key to victory. Robert Venditti and Diego Bernard continue the modern epic Dead Hand. Okay, so that's a look at some of the top independent publishers this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the Marvel and DC videos for this week, as well as my usual roundup of all my favorites for the week with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Instagram to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.